The Civil AccuDraw XY tool. This tool will let you draw an element using the coordinates of the design file. It is this tool right here on the Civil AccuDraw toolbar. It's called XY. I'm just going to come out here and select the Place Smart Line tool, and you'll notice when I come out to my drawing area, when I move my cursor around, my X and Y values will change based on where I'm at in the drawing. So if I knew my coordinates from point A to point B, I could use this option to draw a line or place a cell or do whatever I need to do. So if I know my X value, and we'll say it's 850 feet, so I'll just come out here, and since I'm highlighted in the X direction, I'll type in 850 and hit enter to lock that one in. And for my Y direction, I'll use 1400 feet. So I will type in 1400, hit enter to lock that one in. Now if I want to place that line, all I'll need to do is do a left click to start the line, and it'll start it at that point. Now if I know the X and Y coordinates of my next point, I can enter those. For the X value, I'll just type in 1300 and hit enter to lock that value in. And for the Y value, I'll use 1600 and hit enter to lock that in. Now when I go out and move my mouse, you can see it's trying to draw a line to that coordinate. If that's what I want, I'll just left click to accept it, and I have my line. If I wanted to keep going, I could, but I'm just going to go ahead and right click to reset my tool. If I wanted to, I could also come out here and place a point somewhere using the absolute X and Y value. I'm going to switch to a different workflow real quick. I'm going to come up to my workflow pull down, switch to Open Roads Modeling. I'll make sure I'm in my Geometry tab. Then I'm going to come down to my horizontal geometry group. Under the point, I'm going to select a down arrow, and I'm going to select point. This will bring up the point tool. And under the point tool, you have some options under here. You have elevation mode. I'm just going to leave that set to none since we're working in a 2D file. And under rotation, I'm going to change my rotation mode from absolute value to none. I'm not going to rotate this, but I do need to make sure I come out here and have a feature definition selected. Right now it's set to benchmark. If I want to change that, I could change that to something else. I could just select my down arrow and come through here and change it to something else if I wanted to. I'm going to stay under roadside and leave it set to benchmark though. So now when I come out to my drawing, you can see I have that benchmark feature on my cursor. So now all I will have to do is enter an X and Y value to place this. So I'm going to tab up to my X field, and I'm just going to use 1,000 feet. So I'll type in 1,000 and hit enter to lock that one in. And now in my Y field, I'll use 1,500 feet, hit enter to lock that value in. Now if I move my cursor, it's going to move that benchmark to that location. If that's what I want, I'll just left click to accept it, and I have my benchmark placed out there. If I'm finished with my point tool, I'll just right click to reset. So that's how you can place elements in your drawing using the XY tool in Civil AccuDraw.